So what I'd like to do is welcome you to help me welcome Sally Hogshead.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm excited to be able to work with you today to help you understand your highest value, to recognize who you are at your best, to be able to see parts of yourself that you may have never recognized before, but the parts that allow you to connect with people, to attract business into your life, to be able to be more focused and persuasive when you communicate. And I want you to start by thinking of a mirror, a traditional mirror. What happens with a traditional mirror? You see yourself, right? You see your reflection. Well, when you look into a traditional mirror, you see how you see yourself, and you see all your flaws, you see your insecurities. You don't necessarily see the best of yourself. But imagine if you had a different kind of mirror, a mirror that didn't just reflect how you see yourself, but instead reflects how the world sees you at your best. That would be a very different kind of mirror, wouldn't it? Imagine if you could have this interpretation of yourself to be able to see who you are at your best every time you go into a conversation, every time you have an important business meeting, every time you want to have a meaningful conversation with your kids. If you can understand how they see you at your best so that you can become more persuasive, more valuable, more connected to them, that would be a really powerful tool, wouldn't it? There's a difference, though. This is a new way of seeing yourself. Traditionally, the way you see yourself is based on how you see the world, and your interpretation of that. Now, have you ever done a personality test? Myers-Briggs, Franks Fender, raise your hand if you've done one. Yeah, well, these assessments are great because they show you how you see the world. That's what a traditional personality test is, because it's based on psychology. But I realized that there's a different perspective. It's not about how you see the world. It's not based on psychology. That instead is based on how the world sees you at your best. And when you identify that, when somebody shows it to you, when you can see yourself through the eyes of others at your best, then you can become this over and over and over again in your business, in your friendships, in your family. Throughout your entire life, you can be far more effective because you understand how you're most likely to be successful and win and to stand out. I'm going to give you an example of two sides of yourself. And I'm going to take you on a ride that's in Orlando at Epcot. There's a ride at Epcot named Mission Space. And when you first show up for the ride, they ask you to make a choice. They say, do you want the orange ticket or do you want the green ticket? Now, I had never been on this ride before, so I didn't understand what they meant, orange ticket, green ticket. So I asked the guy. He said, well, the orange ticket is a much more intense ride. You really have to be ready for this one. But the green ticket is the easy ride. It's for little kids. So which one do you think I chose? The orange. Which one should we go on? The orange ticket? Yes. Okay. So when you choose the orange ticket ride, you literally get an orange ticket. And the orange ticket tells you all the awesome things that can happen, like nausea, paralysis, and death. So when you get your orange ticket, you're pretty psyched because it feels like you've really dialed in for something. You know, you're getting ready to go on this ride. And so you go into the orange ticket entrance. And the orange ticket entrance, remember, is all the people who've dialed in that they've chosen that they're going to do the orange ticket and not the green ticket. And as you walk into the orange ticket entrance, you can look back and you can see all the little kids going into the green ticket version. But in the orange ticket entrance, everybody's getting really excited because they keep telling you over and over again all the things that could happen. Nausea, paralysis, death. And there starts to be a feeling of excitement. Wow, we really dialed in here. We've really chosen. This isn't just any old ride. So as you go through the ride, what I was noticing was that people were taking photographs of themselves and they were uploading it to Facebook. People were sharing with themselves saying, wow, this is the best ride we've been on all day. I can't wait to go back and do this ride again, even though we hadn't actually done the ride yet. So at the end of the ride, they handed us a barf bag. Now, I've never been on any ride at Disney where they literally hand you a barf bag before you go on the ride. So you know it has to be good. Okay, so I did the ride, and the ride was good, the orange ticket. But at the end, I was curious. What did I want to do? I wanted to go back around, right. I wanted to do the green ticket version. So I did the green ticket version. There was no excitement. There was no buzz. There was no connection. There was no loyalty. There was no conversation. But guess what? Same ride. Yes. The green ticket and the orange ticket were almost exactly the same ride, but one of them didn't create connection and one of them did. One of them was just another ride at an amusement park. The other one got people excited. It made them fascinated. It made them connected. So here's what I want to propose. There are two different versions of you. There's a green ticket version of you, and there's an orange ticket version of you. The green ticket version of you doesn't necessarily stand out. You don't connect in your most natural way. You're not in your most fascinating. But the orange ticket version of you is incredibly effective, distinct, memorable, unique. The orange ticket version of you is when you're using your natural, most persuasive advantages. I call these your fascination advantage.